Building has always been at the core of Roblox. I mean, their ad literally says, be anything, build anything. The owner of Roblox's account is literally called Builderman. But have you heard of Roblox's greatest mysterious builder of all time? Seriously, this sack of limbs right here is without a doubt the best Roblox builder of all time. At least in 2011, he was quite literally untouchable in every official Roblox event. His name? Hi PPPP. I know. Yet, even though his love for the game led him so far, that same game took a direction he can no longer support. And so he sat down and simply said,
one common purpose, and that is really just to get together a group of Robloxians who love to build anything. So a little bit on the state of Roblox.
If you enjoyed this video at any point, subscribe. It helps the channel a ton, and it's free. If Koopa is Roblox's greatest overall player and Mike is Roblox's greatest developer, then Hi PPPP is Roblox's greatest modeler and builder, dominating the entirety of official building contests in 2011. Yet nobody seems to know who he is, and there's no dedicated page to him on the Roblox wiki. He's only mentioned a few times as if he was just an afterthought. So, who is he? He first joined Roblox in 2011, and while Roblox has had a lot of contests where players would have to face off against the rest of the platform to win a prize, the vast majority of those events were actually building events, not PvP events like you might think. In 2011, there were 14 total contests. 12 of those were building contests. Hippie, I'll just call him Hippie now since his name is a bit redundant, entered 6 of those 12 events. Now I'm sure a select few of you more familiar with the Roblox history will say that there have been other people in the past that have entered 6 building events in 1 year, and you would be right. In 2010, there were a couple other users that also entered 6 building events over the length of their career. The only difference is that the year Hippie played, 2011, had 12 total building events. The 2010 builders had, 36 of 39 total events were building events. So it was a lot easier for the builders in 2010 to enter 6 building events in a year than Hippie, and in my opinion, it's not as impressive. Anyways, as the newcomer to Roblox in 2011, Hippie wanted to make his mark and cement his place in the Roblox building community. He wanted first place in everything. Getting first place in 3 events in a row would give him the title of a Triple Crown holder. And well, conveniently enough, a building event just so happened to be starting. The Block Like an Egyptian contest, which happened on January 20th, 2011. The objective? To build something related to ancient Egypt. Now, while everyone above a rating of 1600 from the voting got the Bronze Horse Prize, which was a lot of people, there was still a leaderboard for who got what place specifically that the users could compete for. And what better way to start off the career of Roblox's greatest builder than first place? But wait a second, if you're an actually intelligent viewer who hasn't had their brain rotted yet, you might have noticed something. The winner of the Egyptian building contest was Hi PPP, but the builder we're supposed to be talking about in this video is Hi PPPP. Now, I have no idea if Hi PPP and Hi PPPP are related. However, I do have some speculation. Hi PPP has 0 friends, and if you look at the list of users both accounts were following, you start to see some similarities. For example, they're both following user A_Bristolian, and one of the accounts is even friends with Bristolian. And Bristolian isn't a famous user by any means. So Bristolian just so happened to be someone both Hi PPP and Hi PPPP were related to, and one account was even friends with him? The coincidence seems a little too large, and seeing how Hi PPP's avatar hasn't changed once since the Egypt building contest in 2010, I think that it's very likely these 2 accounts are related. Hi PPP could have been Hippie's first account, and he might have forgotten the password or gotten his account compromised, resulting in the new Hi PPPP account. Regardless, the family of Hippie's building career starts off with a great start. But this is just the beginning, isn't it? Next competition is on June 16th of 2011. The Build a Monster's Palace competition, with the goal of building the best monster palace, begins. It's time to start building. Start the legend of Hi PPP and get first place. Hippie falls short to Dark Clock 666, and that doesn't seem quite right for the supposed greatest Roblox builder of all time. I want to make it clear really quickly, none of the builds Hippie made are actually available to see today. I mean, some of them are, but they look nothing like how they should. This KI base right here by Hi PPP was the winner of the Block Like an Egyptian contest, but it's pretty clearly nothing at all related to Egypt today. The original place seems to have been completely deleted and changed to something else, which again supports the idea that these 2 accounts are the same person. The old account was just compromised. Unfortunately, this only only adds to the mystery of what the greatest builds on Roblox looked like at that time. I should also explain how the voting system worked for these building events. Basically, everyone on the platform was given two choices where you would have to pick which build was better or skip if you couldn't decide. You would lose points if you picked the worst rated game, and you also had no idea what everyone else rated. You also couldn't just skip over and over after getting one right. Your voting accuracy would decrease by 1% every time you skipped. The user with the highest voting accuracy at the end won. Yes, there were also prizes for the most accurate voters alongside the builders, but this video isn't about the voters, it's about the builders. And unfortunately, right now, Hippie's record is first place, second place. Second place isn't bad, but this is supposed to be the greatest builder in Roblox history. And at this point, Hippie is desperately looking for a chance to prove himself at the top. That opportunity would come on August 9th, 2011, with the Build an Aztec Pyramid event. Another history building contest. This should be simple. Whoa. Third, huh. At this point, Hippie isn't sure if he should just hang up the hat and call it quits. I mean, placing top 3 in every event you've participated in isn't too bad of an achievement, but as with all of the greats of the world, something like that isn't quite enough. And so, he would enter one more building event, his possible last, to see if he had what it takes. Of course he did. Hi PPP's comeback would be at the never-ending Halloween party event on October 24th, 2011. Of course, there's one question that arises when someone suddenly goes from a downward trend straight to the top out of nowhere. Was it just a fluke? Hippie enters the next building event just 2 weeks later to prove it isn't. Build Maldark's icy layer. The objective? You guessed it, build the best icy layer for Maldark. No flukes here, just the best and only the best. This is it, Hippie. Win the next building competition and you won't only cement yourself as Roblox's greatest builder, but as the only user ever to complete the Roblox Classic Triple Crown by winning 3 building competitions in a row. This is your one shot. Go get him. With the goal of winning 3 building competitions in a row in his mind, what else could he do but begin to build? He failed. Hippie would finish in second place, falling short to Lost Dharma. And after that loss, he would hang up his hat from building forever. Six events entered, 3 first places, 2 second places, and 1 third place. That is the final record for Roblox's greatest builder after entering half of all building events in 2011. If you're curious where Roblox's greatest builder is now, in 2015, his Roblox profile stated he was studying to be a forensic scientist, and he left his Skype for people to contact, which is unfortunately unusable after Skype shut down. A few years later in 2019, Hi PPPP, who had changed his name to Osoem, left his last message for Roblox. The game in which I was in love with took a turn in a new direction I did not agree with. Who knows what happened in 2019 that made him say this? I think it was because in 2019, Roblox transitioned to a more corporate mindset, for example, changing Builders Club to Roblox Premium, but who knows? Regardless, seeing what's going on with the company these days, well, maybe he was right all along. Sometime between 2019 and 2022, Builderman would terminate him for good. It's a shame a lot of Roblox users in the old days have since been, well put nicely, removed forever by Builderman. And I can't help but wonder what a game between Koopa, Roblox's greatest player, Mike, Roblox's greatest developer, and Hi PPPP, Roblox's greatest builder, might have looked like. Isn't that right, Lando? No. Lando's account is still on Roblox. Who did this?